Hello, welcome to this week's edition of The Filter, coming to you this week from Norwich. Now remember, every edition of The Filter you have to subscribe to get the links for the articles I'm going to talk about. They're not going to be in the show notes or the podcast description, depending on how you're watching or listening to this. Right, let's get on with this week's edition of The Filter, because I've said The Filter too many times. Now it might seem a bit on the nose for somebody who runs an SEO agency to be recommending you do SEO, but there are many good reasons why you should start SEO today. The main one being that good practice, good business practice, writing good content, creating engaging content naturally reflects good SEO practice anyway. So even if your goal isn't to get to the top, even if you're very skeptical about SEO, there are many good reasons to actually start doing some SEO, or at least learn about it or read it. My second recommendation for this episode of The Filter is a social media sizing guide. It's really important when you're putting your images, your logos, your headers, everything on social media, it's important that it's the right size. Otherwise people won't quite see what you want them to see. And it's quite an easy thing to fix, so I suggest you just read the... So, on to the final story for this edition of The Filter, Canonicals. If you're starting to learn about SEO and you start to see all these acronyms and whatever, the word Canonicals scares a lot of people away, but it's well worth knowing about. So I'm going to include a link to an article that's just a really nice guide on how simple Canonicals can be. Now, if you've ever been worried about having duplicate content on your website and thinking Google's going to punish you, first of all, Google doesn't punish anyone. If you have got to have very similar bits of content on your website, then Canonicals is the answer to that problem. So that's it for this week's edition of The Filter. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and tell your mother. I'm going to go in there. See you later.